So I went live yesterday concerning Tichina's tweet about how black women in America aid in the emasculation of black men. She asked him, what can we as black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? Now, if you look down her thread, and I won't be going through every thread or every tweet, but if you go down the thread, there are a bunch of femme fatales, thought bots, black feminists, so on and so forth, that had an issue with what she had to say concerning this question. A lot of these women in the comment section said that what black men go through and what we have to do about it has nothing to do with us as black women. That sounds like a black man issue. And I came to the conclusion that the black community is an illusion. I mean, you have these women on social media, these femme fatales, these feminists, who claim that they want to do better for the black community. They want to see black people rise up. But if you have this mindset that black women have nothing to do with the emasculation of black men in America, when 70% of black family households are ran by women, not to mention y'all are the #1 supporters of men in dresses, whether it's entertainment or whether it's the rainbow community, whatever the case is. It's just very funny that you have this issue that Tichina brings up, and you won't have nothing to do with it. This is a black man issue. I ain't got nothing to do with this. What about us? What about us? And you nag and complain about an issue that concerns black people, but you want to make it all about you. Why? She brings up an issue about black men, and then you want to turn it around and make it about yourself. But then when there's an issue that concerns you, you want everybody to know. For an example, protect black women. You want everybody up and down the block to push this message of protecting black women. But what if black men were to turn around and say, they ain't got nothing to do with us? You would throw a tantrum. This is what we be talking about. This is why y'all don't be standing down and y'all be holding it down. We always be holding it down for y'all. Y'all don't protect us. Y'all don't love us. And all while doing this, you will call yourself a queen and a goddess. I say this time and time again. You can't be a black queen and a black goddess and then be called the most disrespected and unprotected. You see Kali over here? Do you think Kali is unprotected and disrespected? No. So at this point, you need to control your own narrative. You can't be someone saying, I'm a savage, and then in the middle of the performance say that you're the most disrespected and unprotected. It doesn't work like that. Bottom line, there's not going to be a black utopia. So you need to save yourself. Saving yourself. Like preserving yourself and doing what needs to be done for you in your inner pack, in your inner circle. Not in the case of you can't stand, well, we can't stand niggas. We know niggas. But not in the case of hating black people or wanting to do nothing with black people. There are actually black people out there like that. But when I was dealing with the concept of the black community is an illusion. That's one of the things I said in my last live stream, that the black community is an illusion, because when you're dealing with the concept of a community, you're dealing with people who come together for the greater good. And within that community, you have a culture, as Dr. Amos Wilson even talks about. If y'all know about Dr. Amos Wilson, watch his lectures on YouTube. They're great to watch. But he talks about this black male-female relation, and he talks about the culture. Every great nation, every great community has a culture. And within that culture, you learn about the advancement of your community. You learn about how to advance the community, how to help in and bring up the youth. Within the community, within the culture, you learn how to love one another, and you also learn how to, you learn about romantic love and how to love one another as a couple. But when you have a set of people who don't know how to love one another, who don't know how to love somebody, much less themselves, you don't have a culture. And it's arguable to say that black people do not have a culture, not in America for that matter. We could say that, oh, we got soul food, or we can do braids, and we can do hairstyles, or we got this dance, we got this one dance, that's culture, or we got this one slang, that's culture. But At this point, everybody's doing it. Anybody can make soul food. Anybody can do the dance. You make it into a challenge, and you're gonna teach Todd and Amber and them how to do the dance. The notion of protect black women is to imply that black women are protected. To say that Black Lives Matter is to imply that your life doesn't matter. So that in itself implies that you are degrading yourself and demeaning yourself. And if you are inferiorizing yourself, how is somebody going to respect you? How is somebody going to see you as equal or compatible even as a partner if you think of yourself so lowly? But these be the same women that will say black women are queens, black women are goddesses, all this other type of stuff. But you can't call yourself a goddess and be unprotected. I don't know any goddess that's unprotected. I don't know any goddess that's disrespected. You know the goddess Kali? Can anybody disrespect Kali? I got Kali on my wall right now, and she tramping over Shiva, and got a whole necklace of skulls. You think anybody can disrespect Kali? You think Kali is unprotected? Like that's mind-boggling. You can't call yourself a goddess and oh, I got Oshun and Yamaya behind me, all this type of stuff. You can't say you the embodiment of all these goddesses and so on and so forth, and yet say you're the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected. Y'all have completely quoted out Malcolm X to such an extent it's dried up. There is no literal meaning in what Malcolm X have said. Y'all have completely dried it up. There is no substance whatsoever. Y'all ate everything out of it. Megan Thee Stallion even used it on a Saturday Night Live performance. When I saw that, I knew then and there. I said, this quote has no substance anymore. At one point, we could say, right? We could look back and say, oh yeah, that quote right there, you know, we could actually get into the depths of it. But now it's been commercialized. Now it's been commercialized. Now everybody can say it. People can use it in a music video. People can say it in a twerk anthem. Can you imagine that? This woman is singing "I'm a Savage," classy, bougie, ratchet, and then in the middle of it say the most disrespected, unprotected woman in America is the black woman.
I'm a savage, attitude nasty, talk big, but my bank account hood, but I'm classy, rich, but I'm ratchet. I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet. On that demon time, she might start her OnlyFans.
The most disrespected, unprotected, neglected person in America is the black woman.
Savage.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair, the color of your skin, the shape of your nose?
Nigga, what? What? How could you do that? What? I don't understand that. How could you, as a performer, twerk, show your ass, everything, talk about how you a savage, and you do all this and that to a man, and then say you the most unprotected? It don't work like that. It don't work like that.